Hi, I'm Valeria Kechichian, and today we're going to do a meditation to restore our own voice and to restore our own power to live in alignment with our own truth and the desires of our heart. We're going to start as usual, sitting in a comfortable place, and we start breathing very deeply, inhaling from the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And with each inhale, we start visualizing these little sparkles of light that we are absorbing. And with each inhale, we start visualizing our bodies filling with love and light. We start visualizing our cells, the tissues, the fluids, the organs, the bones, activating and becoming bright. All the crystals inside each cell in our bodies activate with this breathing, with this light. And with each exhale, we let go of the heaviness of the shoulders, of the neck. We exhale through the mouth. And we start feeling lighter, brighter. And we're going to ask assistance to all the light beings that help us and guide us. We're going to ask in the name of love and light that our angel or the angels that you usually work with, the ascended masters, the light beings, our beloved ones who are no longer incarnated but are still with us, guiding us, helping us. We're going to ask assistance to them in the name of love and light, and we are going to visualize them surrounding us like in a circle around us. All these light beings protecting the space we're in it, protecting the process, sustaining the frequency to make this process beautiful and extraordinary as it is. And while feeling sustained and protected in this beautiful frequency of light and truth and love, we're going to keep breathing, and we're going to visualize ourselves asking. We're going to connect to the planet. We're going to ask to the center of the earth, where there is this beautiful, bright, massive sphere of love and light. A ray of violet, tornasol violet, to come and meet us. So we visualize this ray coming from the center of the earth, this bright, violet, tornasol ray frequency that ascends through the layers of the planet till it reaches the star of Gaia chakra, 20 centimeters below our feet. And when it gets in contact with this chakra, it starts illuminating all our energetic body, surrounding it with this beautiful, strong, violet tornasol frequency. And it's accessing our physical bodies through our feet, and it starts coming up and up and up till it meets our first chakra, the second, the solar plexus, our heart, and it keeps coming up to our throat chakra, our third eye, our crown chakra, and it comes out of our physical body to meet our chakra, our soul star chakra, 20 centimeters above our head. And we visualize this beautiful, strong frequency, violet tornasol frequency, in all the cells of our body, in all the organs and fluids and liquids and tissue, and brightening up our energetic body, surrounding it, illuminating it. And we're going to ask the universe, a ray of golden light, the frequency of wisdom, of illumination, of guidance. And we visualize this beautiful golden ray coming down till it encounters our soul star chakra, 22 centimeters above our heads, and it meets as well with our energetic body and the beautiful violet tornasol frequency that is surrounding us. They both mix up, and this golden frequency surrounds us and descends as a spiral, showering all our energetic body. And it will access our physical body through our crown chakra, and will go down our third eye, our throat, our heart, our solar plexus, sacral, and the sacred. And it keeps going down until your feet, and until Gaia's star chakra, 20 centimeters below our feet. And now we are surrounded by this beautiful sphere of violet tornasol golden frequency. Our physical bodies, all our organs, our tissues, every cell of our body is activated and bright and sustained in these frequencies. And we're going to thank these light beings, these rays, for activating and sustaining these frequencies throughout this process. Now we're going to visualize ourselves in a forest, a beautiful forest like one we've never seen before. We're walking barefoot through this magical place where the trees are bright in colors we've never seen before, and there are golden sparkles everywhere. We're walking barefoot, and every time we step foot, it's like stepping on a cloud. There are light beings everywhere. There are flowers and greens everywhere. There are fairies, there are elves. And we keep walking through this beautiful, magical forest, feeling these frequencies we've never felt before. Very high, very loving, And we keep walking, and we encounter a place with a door, with a massive, magical door. And there are two guardians, two light beings guarding that door. And through the intention of our heart of going through this process and accessing our book of life, we're going to transmit them this true, honest intention of restoring our own voice. And these light beings in that door nod and recognize our honest intention and the love in our heart, and they open this magical, bright, incredible door for us. When these doors are open, there is this light, this beautiful golden light that is coming out of this place. It's so shiny, it's so bright, it's so wonderful. And this frequency shines and surrounds each cell of our body, each cell of our frequency. And we feel in peace, we feel home, we feel sustained and loved. And accompanied by this light being, by this frequency, in this place where everything is perfect. We start to walk towards this place and start looking around with our head up and down, and we see it's a massive, massive library. It's like an old, beautiful library, and all the books are incredibly bright, and there's trees everywhere, and there's this beautiful magical light, golden light coming from these magical windows. All this space is filled, this sparkles with this frequency that it's everywhere. And we're going to start feeling this gratitude in our hearts for being able to be in this space, in this beautiful magical space. And we're going to walk towards one of the shelves. And whenever we feel like stopping, we will stop and we will look to our side. And we're going to find a book, a really, really bright book with our name on it. It's our book of life. And we're going to ask the guardians of this place to access this book. And when we reach out to this book and we touch it, we feel like we are home. We feel like we are one with it. Because this is the book, our book of life. It's our book, the book of our soul, of all our lives, all of them. Everything is in this beautiful, magical book. We're going to grab this book and we're going to walk towards a place nearby, inside this place, where we can sit and open the book. We find this place and everything is protected, everything is surrounded by a very high frequency of love, of compassion, of truth. All our light beings are around us, and they're helping us and guiding us throughout this process. And we're going to open the book, and we're going to find the page where we once signed a contract renouncing to our own voice, renouncing to our own power, due to fear, due to maybe extreme pain, due to experiences that made us suffer. We renounced to our own voice because we thought it was too painful. It was too hard for us to handle. But we are ready now to restore and live again with our power and our truth, with the power and the truth of our hearts. So we're going to find this page where we sign this contract renouncing to our own voice and power. And on the other side of that page, we're going to visualize ourselves with a beautiful bright pen that has this magical ink that is bright white and golden and green and violet. And with this magical pen, we're going to write on the other side of that contract, I, and we're going to put our complete names. In this life, at this moment, right now, I cancel the contract where I renounced to my own voice. And we're going to sign with our signature, and we're going to put our name and the date of this linear time of this life, here and now. We're going to breathe deeply. And we're going to feel some of this heaviness in our shoulders that it's starting to leave. We're going to feel our throat lighter. And we feel extreme gratitude because we now have the resources to restore our own voice and our own power. And now we're going to find a blank page, and we're going to sign a new contract with this same magical pen. We're going to write I and your complete name. In this life, at this moment, at this now moment, I restore my own power, my own voice, and my own truth. I restore my power, my voice, and my truth. If you feel like writing anything else, a declaration of intentions, affirmations, you can. It's your book of life, and it's your contract to restore your voice, your power, and your truth. You're going to sign, and you're going to put your name and date of this now moment, of this linear time. You're going to breathe. And there's all these light beings around us, so happy for this process, for this beautiful, amazing process we're going through, for this restoration of our truth and voice and power. And we feel this insanely big gratitude in our hearts for this process, for this moment. And this gratitude it gets bigger and bigger and bigger in our hearts. And there's a string of light, of this gratitude light, that goes towards, from our hearts, to this book. And this book, with that frequency, it transforms and it gets more and more and more shiny and more bright and more powerful. And we give thanks to the books, we give thanks to the light beings, we give thanks to the guardians of this Akashic space, the guardians of our book of life, all the light beings that have assisted us throughout this process. And we close the book and we go back to the shelf where we found it. And we're going to put the book back in this magical place where it's protected, where it's guided, where it's loved, same as we are. And feeling this amazing gratitude in our hearts towards this process, we're going to thank the space, this Akashic space that we have accessed. We're going to thank our light beings, and we're going to thank ourselves for having the courage and the bravery of going through this process and restoring our own power and voice and truth. And we're going to come out from this space thanking the guardians, the light being guardians that guard this space. And we're going to go back to this beautiful magical forest, and there is this sun rays in our face that made us feel so elevated, so in peace, so in love, with love and life. We feel so light. And we walk through this magical forest, and we can stay here for as long as we want, feeling these magical plants and light and trees, dancing with the fairies, playing with the elves. We can stay in this place for as long as we want. And whenever we feel ready, we're going to thank all the light beings in this magical forest, all the light beings that guards the Akasha space, that guard our books of life, all the light beings who have assisted us throughout this process. And we're gonna visualize Archangel Michael surrounding us with his strong, beautiful light, blue light and white light, and activating this light sphere in our throat chakra, the chakra of telling our truth, or of living with our truth, chakra of communication. And this light sphere in our throat chakra sends a ray of light into our heart chakra. And now there's a sphere of white and blue light in our heart that is going to send as well a ray of white and blue bright light into our brains. So now we have these three centers, energetic and physical, activated, aligned, and in coherence. We feel sustained by the frequency of Archangel Michael, by this frequency of truth and inner power. that we are now embodying, incarnating. And we feel extreme gratitude for this process, extreme gratitude for restoring our truth and power and voice. And whenever we feel ready, we can leave this place, knowing that it's always here for us and we can always access and come back to this place, because this place is never apart from us. We live in this place and this place lives in us. And we give thanks to Archangel Michael and again all the light beings that have assisted us throughout this beautiful process. And we thank ourselves for the courage and bravery to cancel the renouncing of our own voice contract and signing a new one where we want to live aligned with our heart and our truth. And whenever we feel ready, we can come back to our physical body. We start feeling again a little bit our legs, our shoulders, the head. We can start moving our fingers. And we are back in our bodies, but we feel lighter and brighter and much more aligned. We feel much gratitude in our hearts for this beautiful, amazing process. And thanking all the light beings that has sustained the space for us to be able to carry out this magical process. And whenever we feel ready, and after giving thanks, we ask our energetic bodies to come back to the normal size so we can continue with our daily activities. Thank you, thank you, thank you.